Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anthem. When I stream, a lot of people ask me what I think about the game, and I'm here to tell you buyers to beware. The game is extremely fun and addictive. It's also beautiful. This video is not sponsored, it's just my opinion about why I think the game is good. I don't know if any of you are on the fence about this game, but I can tell you that I've been pretty hooked over the last few days. I've been live streaming this often, and I wanted to show you a little bit about why I think it's fun. The game is absolutely gorgeous. The sound and the music in the game are pretty incredible, and outside of some glitches here and there's not that many performance issues on my machine, which is a little dated at this point. I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna be playing the Javelin, known as the Storm today, which is a ranged nuker, and I'm just gonna do some missions for you. So this is a new loading screen that they just implemented, and you can select free play here, where there's a bunch of objectives that you can complete here and there for daily, weekly, and monthly challenges. There's a mission, there's strongholds, which are like dungeons, and of course you can go quick plays, which just gets you into a random mission that's already been started by someone else. If you select missions here, you'll see all of the missions that you have available on the map. I only have one right now, which is a story-based mission, but we're just gonna go to quick play random mission right now, which allows you to kind of repeat stuff. Alright, so we're in the middle of a mission here, and you'll see at the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a few elements of my HUD. These are where powers recharge. So for instance, I have a lightning power that y'all saw when I equipped in the forge. I can go ahead and summon that, and it's gonna refresh after a little while. I have a wind wall I can summon, and that'll absorb bullets from oncoming enemies. And I have a fireball as well that I can summon. Or I can actually do some quick firing too, as it recharges. There's a couple different fire modes. With the Storm Javelin, I can hover for long periods of time and just use that to my advantage to stay away from melee attacks. So for this specific deal, we have to stay within a zone until that bar at the top right finishes. And we're gonna continue to get attacked by enemies here. So we can just get to roast stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my sniper here and do some extra damage.
Tarsis met the leader in battle and was struck a mortal blow.
And that's what happens when you take too much damage. You go into critical failure and you wait for one of your teammates to res you, like this guy. Thank you very much. Let's get back into the fight. You'll see these little red and blue drops. These are basically ammo and health. Ammo being blue, health being in the red. So melee this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and float here for a minute. So we should have this objective done really, really soon.
You passed the test.
There we go.
On the way to inevitable death, you did not break. Arise,
And there's a
go forth,
chest.
Lancer. One more trial awaits you.
So when you complete a mission, shows expedition complete. It goes into this little screen where it shows you how much experience you get, and it also shows you what drops you get. It gives medals based on your playstyle. And here's the loot that I got, and I'm just starting to get purples now at the level that I am. So you can see that you have a variety of different pickups that I got throughout the mission, whether it be chest drops or just drops that you got from those little purple, blue, and green diamonds that were fallen as I fought enemies. And it asks you if you want to go back to the launch bay, the forge, or Fort Tarsis. So for those of you that haven't played the alpha or anything, this is Fort Tarsis. This is kind of where you start off, and kind of the playground for you to meet and greet people. There's icons all over your map which you can see, or a number of different people that you can speak to, and some quest lines that develop through there. Although I wish there was a third person character model and this section, it's not really necessary. It doesn't detract too much from the experience. The voice acting and everything is really, really good, and the mannerisms for people are incredible.
Hey, welcome back to Uncle Bonnie's. By the time I opened the cage door, it was dead. It was so sad and sweet, I had to give it a goodbye hug. But it was actually only sleeping. Hey, maybe check out our fancy compounds before you go.
Sure.
You know it's okay to drop in whenever you like, right? You know, for crafting stuff or whatever.
I think she likes me. So yeah, that's just a little example of what's going on. She actually runs a shop where you can buy different crafting materials that you can use to put together weapons and items and all sorts of power sets. There's a forge here that you can change up your powers with, and this is pretty much how you change your loadouts. You've got your primary powers that have power levels that you may have seen in Destiny. They all have different abilities that you can look at right at the bottom of the screen, where it shows like what they give, some specific perks that you can get. And you can get lightning strikes that have different type of perks. For instance, the blue is a rare, the green is an uncommon, and you'll also get normal, and there's purples that I haven't seen as well as legendaries, which are gold. So right now my loadout, I'm using an ice storm, which I pretty much like a lot. There's a few different ones that I've played around with. Lightning strike is the one that you start off with, and I think lightning storm is pretty impressive, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that. My focus seal, I've been using a burning orb, which is a lot of fun. For my weapons, I use a marksman rifle, or sometimes I use an assault rifle, and I use a sniper, which has an AoE blast. There's a few different types of weapons for all. The recoil and the effects change on them a little bit. Again, if you look at the stats on them, they'll have different modifiers. And as you level up and start unlocking component slots, you can change a variety of different things that augment your armor and statistics as you go. So as you complete missions, you'll also gain in-game currency in the form of coin, and you can see here that there's the shards, which you can buy with real money, or there's the coins that you can get while in-game. And there's plenty of different things that you could buy, like embers and crafting components that you can use to craft. And when you're in the forge, you can hit anything and go to craft it as long as you have a blueprint. So right now, I'm quite above the level of 18 power level. As you can see, I'm getting 24s of other ones. If we go to craft right here, there's a wind wall that I can craft up to power 26, okay? You could look at it, and it takes a variety of materials that you can collect on missions and stuff like that, as well as those embers that I just showed you that you could buy. And there's a couple different types that you can create, which is the uncommon, which only take the uncommon embers, for instance, and the rares, which they take the rare embers. You can see right here the health difference, for instance, is 1477. It goes up to 1697 with the rarity. So you don't see what type of abilities that you get with this. It's kind of a random roll, but it keeps you hunting for different objects. In addition to crafting, you can actually scrap stuff as well. You can see here that I have a level 26, a level 25, and a level 24 ice storm. All of these have different abilities on them, like this one gives electric damage and pistol ammo percentage, this one gives machine pistol and combos on targets, and this one gives gear speed and harvest bonus. If I don't care about my lower levels, for instance, I can always salvage them, and it'll show you that what you get when you salvage them, you get 1 rare ember and 2 storm parts, and these can be used to craft as well. In addition to crafting, you can also use a lot of your currency for purchases for in-game cosmetics, like the different types of emotes, for instance, different types of metal battered, different types of looks, like a battered metal look material that you can equip, different decals for your javelin, and of course the different looks for armor. And those can be applied in the forge, so you can change your helmets, for instance. You can change those and you can see them how they look when you equip different ones. You can change the wear state of your armor that you unlock through different means. There's a dirty one, there's a standard one, there's an old one. And as you can see, there's some drastic changes in some of the armor. You have your victory poses, your arrival animations, and your emotes. And it all demonstrates them exactly how they look. You could buy them with the same kind of in-game currency. You could get Genie in a bottle here for 6,000 coins, for instance. And you could change the paint colors of almost everything. You could change the type of material. So if we wanted our primary soft look to change to something like a hardened plastic, we can do that, and we can change our colors as well. So this hardened plastic, for instance, let's change the color of it to darker blue, and you can see how that would affect it, or pink, or red, or white. And there's a ton of different combinations and colors that you can do. So I'm gonna go through free play for a little bit, and what you'll see
Stress call. I can't make out the details. We should investigate.
is random events that pop up on the map like this when you're going
The
through.
Strider must have disturbed a nest. You must locate the black box and bring it back. It's too valuable.
So I harvested a little bit of material from there, and you can get that all around the map as well as completing missions and stuff like that. And it looks like we have to locate a downed strider in trouble. So let's just get busy here. Love my fireballs, man. Love it. The combos that you could get in this game are really fun too. You have igniters and you have Alright, looks like all the riffraff is cleaned up. Let's go down below and see what's going on here.
We'll need to restore power to the cargo holding.
The Strider's emergency batteries may be in the wreckage.
So we're looking for wreckage, yeah? There it is. Right there. Okay.
Battery looks good. Let's get it in place.
As soon as I take care of all these things, Faye. Let's see. It has to go up there. Alright, so you can't fly when you have one of these things on your hip, so we're gonna have to go up the hard way. Let's see here. You can double jump though, and you can still hover actually. Alright, batteries in.
Batteries in place. Now to reset the power flow.
Alright, reset power flow, huh? Okay, that's down here. Beautiful.
There. We have power. Excellent. Onto the safety lock.
Safety lock? Alright. Blow open that panel. There we go.
That should do it. We should clear out the threat before we do anything else.
Clear out the threat. I love it. So I have my ultimate. I'm gonna go ahead and use it for you guys. It's a series of elemental attacks. Really, really strong ones. Fun stuff, man. The damage you can pull off with this class is amazing. And you can see the red dots on my HUD up there. It's the last few bit of enemies. And I think only a few left. Man, I thought there was only a few. There's actually a lot. All right, that's
There we
it.
have it. Good job, you.
Just need to
Good
try
job,
to-
me. There we go. Now we can open it up.
There's a black box. It looks intact.
Hey, and we finished a world event. So
There.
once you finish a
I'll
world
tell the
event,
Sentinels we have it.
most of the time you'll get a treasure chest. You can open it up, and it's going to spill out a bunch of valuables here. Okay. They happen to be only regulars. This is common items. Oh, it looks like we did get a couple of rares, though. It looks like the color may have been a little bit different because of the water that they were standing in. So that's what the world events look like. So as you progress through the game, you'll unlock more javelins, up to all 4 of them actually by the time you reach, I believe it's level 18. The Interceptor Javelin is kind of like an up-close and personal melee specialist. He'd use guns as well too, but he's kind of like a ninja. There's the Colossus, which has very, very heavy weapons and heavy armor, so he's kind of like a tank, but can dish out a lot of damage too. He's not just made for absorbing damage. And then, of course, there's the Ranger, the one that everybody knows from the starting alpha as well as the demo that we got to see. And it's kind of like the soldier class. With plenty of ranged attacks as well as mobility, and of course the Storm, which I am, which is kind of like the long-range nuker, and I've enjoyed it a lot. You can customize your javelins in a variety of different ways, kind of like you saw the other guys in the missions, and there's a ton of different playstyles, weapons, and stuff to choose from. Right now, I'd say it's easily one of my top games that I'm playing, and I think if you enjoy this kind of stuff, you'd like it too. It's kind of like Halo meets Destiny is the way I felt about it. If you like Destiny or you liked Halo, you'd probably love Anthem. I'd like to invite you to come over and watch my live streams. I've been streaming this almost daily. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/Zuljan early in the mornings, and all of my VODs are posted there too. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, this is Zuljan signing off, and we'll see you next time.
Break it down.